sorry, clip this. That is why, if Arsenal can't beat the shittest United team in history, Arteta should be sacked ASAP. I mean, you should destroy us at the weekend. How much are you looking forward to that game, Dan?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, I was looking forward to it anyway. A lot of people, including myself, were into the run of this game and just going, "Oh, yeah, we should destroy them." But we probably won't. But after looking at you last night, this should be comfortably 4-0, like comfortably, and I don't mind putting my chest out to think I think this will be a comfortable victory. Now, I look at the way Manchester United are set up; they're literally on their knees. They've given up. They're down tools. Ten Hag probably knows he ain't going to be there. If we don't win that game, then, I mean, we don't deserve to win the league, do we? Let's be real. So I will say this. I do feel personally there is a massive chance that both Arsenal and Manchester City could really make this uncomfortable ending for Manchester United. Like, seriously, I think it could be embarrassing in the FA Cup final. And I think we might put 4 or 5 past you at the weekend. I really do. And I'm not normally one that comes with chest, but I just got to look with my eyes and look at how well we're playing and look at how poor you look and look at how well Manchester City play and look how poor you look. So, yeah, man, this ain't going to be comfortable. This ain't going to be comfortable for Manchester United at the end, I don't think. I really don't.
It's over for you guys, Terry. You said a minute ago you want your club potentially go into administration. If you get Southgate, bro, you got the next 2 weeks. Yo, chat, we might not see Terry during the Euros, man. All this Euro 2024 content he had planned, it's cancelled. He's cancelling. I don't know, man. Honestly, I think Arsenal will. I agree. I know Arsenal's record at Old Trafford ain't great. Apparently, it's 2 wins in 15. Is that true, Dan? Yeah. I mean, this weekend, yeah, I'm expecting 3 or 4. And here's the difference: when Liverpool went to Old Trafford a couple months ago, and obviously the last time they went, is they was on top. They just didn't kill United off. Yeah. Arsenal will know that if they get a goal up, they will just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and just try and get the game won. So I agree. I think it will be easy for Arsenal. It's one of them. They just need that first goal. As soon as Arsenal get that first goal, boom. United players' heads will drop. Maybe the crowd will start to get on them a little bit, and the Arsenal players will just, they'll just know that they're there for the taking. So yeah, it's gonna be a big one, man. But the only thing I would say is if City do beat Fulham at 12:30 on Saturday, then maybe there'll be a little bit of pressure on Arsenal to respond. That's the only thing United fans could potentially look at is, could Arsenal be a bit nervy? But at this time of the season, with 2 games to go, I don't see it.
I feel like if Arteta doesn't win this game against Man United this weekend, that's grounds for dismissal. Like I'm being a little bit sort of a bit of a joke in it, but this should be a game that, with the way you've performed away from home this year, with the form you're currently in, with how we're playing, I hate saying it because I feel dirty saying it as a United fan, but you should be putting 3, 4, 5, 6 past us. If Palace scored 4, if Coventry scored 3, there is no Sheffield United scored 2 against us at home the other week. There should be absolute, and this is the thing, that the records, there is something in records. 2 wins in 15 shows we're really good against you at home, but it goes out the window when you look how bad we currently are. If that makes sense, you can't take it. For me, I can't take it seriously. We are so poor right now. I just want the season to be over. I wish there was a way we could declare our last 3 games, give up 3-0 victories in all of them, because that's less painful. I almost don't want to see this team play football anymore, because every time they do, I think they damage the legacy. Well, not maybe damage, that's not the right word, because the legacy of the club won't be damaged by them. But they tarnish the legacy. They embarrass the legacy. It's just a horrible look. This isn't Manchester United. And I know some people think that's an arrogant thing to say, but we spend money like we're the old Man United, but we don't perform and act like it. And that is what bothers me. I wouldn't be bothered if we were an 8th place team, if we had financial difficulties a decade ago and we've been spending like an 8th place team. But we spend like the best team in the world. but we perform like a National League North team. We are
This
so
is why,
bad.
This is why
You guys, honestly, I mean this without trying to get overly graphic. No, Diddy, this is gonna be a no lube session. Prison FC on Sunday. It is gonna be painful. No sitting down for a week, bruv.
I mean, listen, it's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be. You know, I'll be disappointed if we like scrape this 2-1 or 1-0. I'll be really disappointed. Something's gone wrong for me because the way we're playing at the moment,
I'd celebrate a 1-0 defeat.
Yeah, I bet you would. You probably would. At least I'm delighted with 1-0 loss. You know what I mean? But for me, listen, I will firstly say I just want 3 points. However, a little part of me really wants to hurt you guys because we haven't done that at Old Trafford for a long time. I remember when you beat us 6-1. I remember when you beat us 8-2. I'd absolutely love to do something like that at Old Trafford. It'd be amazing. I would love nothing more than to do a 6-1 or an 8-2. But I do think we can hurt you if we turn up. And I don't think Manchester United have got the tools at the moment to be able to deal with us. I will say that, you know, so I think it's embarrassing. Listen, I have to say the Glazers, let's be real. Like you said, Terry, the Glazers have spent money like the old Man United, but look at what they've spent it on and allowed it to be spent on. And this is why I say the Glazers have neglected Manchester United. And people say, how can they? They've spent billions of pounds.
Oh,
yeah, but look at what they've let it be spent on. This is their football club, and they've like we've got $1 billion. Let's just give it to these people, and they can do what they want with it. Right? Let's move on. Like, hang on a minute. Like, and this is why I asked the question to Man United fans: do you have the faith in the ownership alongside the new structure? Do you believe that with what the Glazers have provided in the last couple of decades, do you think that that is the way forward, even with a new structure? Because I think people would definitely have question marks. You know, a lot of people will say, do you know what? Give us the money. Don't you do anything with it. Don't give it to Ten Hag. We'll deal with the money. That's what you're hoping. And you're hoping that goes right. But there's no like guarantee that Manchester United are going to then now become back because these 3 guys know what they're doing more than the other guys do. So listen, it's going to be mad. But
it is. Do you know the thing with it is this? Like, I'm going to question things that Ineos do, but I am going to give them time to produce. And I say that because for years I've fought back when people have said, "But you spend money, yeah, we waste it." You know, you can be rich and give your kids all the money you want, but you can still neglect them and bring them up badly. Just because you've got money doesn't mean you're doing a good job in every facet of business, sport, life, whatever it may be. And that's the thing for me, is that the deal has been structured in a way where, because it was Sir Jim, for instance, when it comes to the voting recently, that City and United voted against having the spending cap, which we spoke about last week. It's Sir Jim that was the representative there. So they've clearly done this deal with the Glazers in a way where they have got control. So yes, the Glazers are the majority as a collective shareholders still, but the deal's been structured in a way where Ineos have the controlling influence over the day-to-day running. And I think that's really key. And what he's done well so far is the names of people we're looking at are important. It's just going to be about patience. But what will really help with the patience is not bringing in a Gareth Southgate and bringing in a manager who plays an attractive style of football. Because at the very least, in the build process, it'd be nice to enjoy a game of football, wouldn't it? As a Man United fan, in the last year, there's maybe 2 or 3 games I've actually enjoyed watching, where I've gone, oh, I really enjoyed what we did today. If you've got that and you can see improvements, I think fans can get on board with waiting 2 or 3 years, most fans, to compete. I know there are people out there in the football world, in the YouTube world, that believe you should just have the highest of the high standards and you should be angry at your club if you're not there on day one. That isn't plausible in the situation that we're in. I can understand Liverpool fans having that feeling next year. You're in a title race this year. You shouldn't be. This idea that Liverpool now need 4 years to get back into a title race is crazy. If Pep leaves tomorrow, it's stupid to go, oh, City are going to need 4 years to compete. But Man United and City are not in the same situation. So we do need to be patient. But our ownership, our new ownership, they have to get some early decisions right, I think, because the fans are jaded. And it's almost, like once bitten, twice shy. And if we start to see, if Southgate comes in and the football is bad, it's going to be so hard to get behind them. It just is, because everybody's so exhausted at the false hope and the problems.
It's because it's been a decade since United last won a Premier League. So, if people ask United fans to be patient for another couple of years, some United fans are just going to be like, nah, We've been patient for a decade. You fucking deliver now. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is the thing. It's easy to ask for patience, yeah. If you've been successful a few years ago and you say, right, we just need a couple of years to build. But when you've had a decade of mismanagement, constant promises and constant sort of failures of the promises, like fans get tired, man, and they can't be bothered waiting no more. They want the success. So especially when they're spending the money that should be getting them success. United should be as good as Liverpool. United should be as good as City and Arsenal. They spent the same amounts of money. There's no excuses because it's been spent poorly that they're not competing. So now if you go to United fans and say, despite the fact we spent £1 billion since Fergie left, it's going to take us another 4 years to get up to the top of the table. Some United fans are just not going to have it. So again, that's another thing that this board has to deal with. I think they've got a super tricky job. Everyone talks about the Chelsea job being the hardest job in the league. I think United right now is by far harder than the Chelsea job. I really do. At least Chelsea, like, they don't seem to have a toxic environment.
No, that's the one thing about Chelsea you would say is that they're playing, and they have been improving in the last few weeks, Chelsea, and there's still reports of problems being at their club. But
when they're not fighting over who takes the penalty.
Yeah, but that's not toxic. That's just petty behaviour. United a toxic environment.
That's just young as well. That's a young squad.
But then the other side of it, when it comes to Chelsea, is we don't know what our new owners are going to do yet. If I'm a Chelsea fan, I'm not trusting Todd Bowley and Clearlake because of the financial situation that they're in. But from a player point of view and improving the team, if they do well, Chelsea, this summer in terms of their signings, they would definitely be, in my opinion, if they get good experienced signings in that help improve their first team, they could be in the top 4 race again next year, especially with the signs they've been showing in the last month or two, and they're ending the season well, and they're going to leave us behind if we're not careful.